Hey, welcome to an all-new episode of Kristy Doesn't Know Shit About Movies, the podcast.
I don't know shit about movies.
Nice little theme song there.
Thanks.
On top of the one that we already have.
Yeah, I'm making my own.
Double.
My name is in the podcast. I will dictate what happens.
Okay.
You may continue, sir.
All right, thank you. We're doing another trilogy.
Ayo.
Our Indiana Jones trilogy was so popular that we just figured we'd do another one to appease our hordes of fans.
Gotta give them fans what they want.
You know, you do one for you and then you do one for them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Okay, our trilogy for this episode.
What is it? Give it to me.
It's a good one.
Give it to me now. The title.
Back to the Future.
There's 3 of them?
There's 3 of them.
Oh God, why? Okay. My understanding, as many of my pop culture references, are through both memes and Rick and Morty. I believe this is another Michael J. Fox movie.
Yeah.
He is a teenager who is hanging out with an old man who is a scientist or was a scientist. I think he's just making shit in his garage, cause that's 100% based off Rick
In
and
his
Morty.
what?
In his garage.
Okay.
What, you don't like the way I say garage? Would you prefer me to call it a garage? This old scientist who doesn't seem to work for any company in particular, he's just a freelance scientist, befriends a teenager because that's okay. The scientist, I was surprised to find out that the guy who played him is not dead because he was at last Fan Expo, but I cannot remember his name.
Christopher Lloyd.
See, if you had just said Christopher, I would have assumed it was Watkins? I don't know that guy's name. That one, you know the one.
Were you going to say the scientist is played by Christopher Watkins? Do you say Stephen Hawking's too?
Shut up. Anyways, it's not. It's Christopher Lloyd, which you just spoiled for me.
Sorry.
You dirty, dirty spoiler. You're terrible with that. Anyways, time for me to describe the rest of the movie in full enough detail that it's all spoilers from here on out. So this child and an old man scientist go on an adventure. The DeLorean is the name of the car.
Yeah, it is.
I also get a bit of this knowledge. I'm just going to take a second to plug a book that is no longer in publication, and unless Jackson has a crate of them still in his basement, there are no more for sale. But he used to write his Cheetos posts, and for some reason he brought in the DeLorean and Doc and Marty? His character is in it. In the Cheetos Facebook rants promotion.
No,
I don't know what you call that.
Nobody's gonna know what that is on this podcast.
I accidentally helped him publish that. Yeah, no one's ever gonna be able to find it either. I don't think it exists online unless you're Facebook friends.
Moving on.
With him. Anyway, okay, yeah. So they are in the DeLorean, which is a car where if you drive it really fast, it'll go. Now, this is where I would get stuck. I don't know if it goes to the past or if it goes to the future.
Think about the title.
So in the first one, they go to the past and they need to get back to the future. So they go to the past first? Yeah, let's go with that. And Marty almost bangs his mom.
Yeah.
But I think Doc stops him in time, and he doesn't bang his mom, thus becoming his own father. I think that's the main conflict in it.
Did you get that from Futurama?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Futurama helped me out with that one.
I'm surprised at the
there.
lack of Rick and Morty references.
Well, yeah, like Rick and Morty, the premise is there's a child and a scientist. Rick and Morty kind of smoothed out why the two are hanging out together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the main difference is it makes more sense for a child to hang out with his grandfather rather than a scientist down the street in his garage working diligently on a car and saying, "Hey kid, hop in. We're going somewhere where you won't know no one."
This is a trilogy we're doing, remember?
So at the end of that one, he doesn't bang his mom. They get the car started after stealing microwave parts from the government. And that's Futurama there. They get back to the present day. Now, the cops have not been called on the old man, and the child is still permitted to hang around him. So in the second one, they go... The writers were like, hey, they've been to the past. Now let's go back to see what they're doing and go to the future. And so in the second one, they go to last year, 2 years ago, 2017?
16.
Was it 16? I know the memes.
With the shoes and the flying skateboard and shit.
Yeah, everyone was like, where's my hoverboard? They had one, and it's much like 2001: A Space Odyssey, it didn't hold up because it took place in too soon of a future, and then the future caught up, and they weren't realizing people would still be alive from when the movie came out to criticize how the movie didn't come true. So... a few years back, everyone was saying, "Man, my hoverboard, this movie lied to me," as if they thought that Back to the Future 2 was some kind of predictive storytelling media text and not just a bad family movie. And so they go to the future, and there are future bullies who are much worse than the bullies in Marty's time. As soon as they get to the future, the car doesn't work again because they didn't learn their mistakes from the first time, and then they have to go. Microwaves don't exist anymore, so they can't just go to the U.S. military and steal their microwave parts. This time, they have to go to the Smithsonian, right past the Indiana Jones tribute section,
right,
and find a prehistoric microwave so that they may salvage it for parts to fix their car. Now they take this car that's mixed with this part car, part microwave, and then they go back to their present day. And Marty's like, gee, Doc, I'm not going nowhere with you anymore, because every time we go somewhere, like, next time let's just bring a toaster with us so we don't have to look for parts again. Why don't you just bring spare parts with you? The part that keeps breaking, bring 7 of those, and then we won't have to deal with future bullies.
Wouldn't have been much of a movie if they thought of that.
Yeah. But they wouldn't have had to deal with the futuristic terror threats of bullies. The third one, they were milking it. They probably went farther back into the past. There were diverse people in roles that they would not have had in those time periods in America, but they're there anyway. Oh, I can see your knuckles cracking, like being recorded. Oh, not now. There you go. Gross. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by cracking knuckles.
My bad.
Yeah, he's threatening me. He's sitting there, like, so mad that I'm ripping on one of his, like, childhood memories.
No, you know what? I was never that big of a fan of the Back to the Future movies,
Oh,
so
okay. That's not...
I don't give a shit about this one. Indiana Jones, though,
Yeah, you were just a ball of rage that whole time.
it was a tough one.
Oh,
All
I was
right,
bugging it.
go
Okay,
on, carry on.
third one. Same plot. They go farther back into the past. They did not bring a microwave. Microwaves don't exist. Marty goes, "Why would you do this to me? I'm not your friend anymore." The doctor goes, "That's okay. I'm going to be dead soon anyways." They find, I don't know, a stick, and they put it in the engine, and the car works again. And then they go back to the future. Like, who approved that third one?
It would have made do with the first one and only the first one.
I guarantee you, if you look at the script, it's almost line for line the same as the first one.
You know, like those fill in the words things.
Yeah, Mad Libs.
Mad Libs, yeah. So it'd be like something like that. They could just have like a template for a Back to the Future movie, and then just fill in each word with a different thing.
Yeah,
Someone should try that. Make a template and like try to make a trilogy of movies using the same template, but see if you can pass them off as like individual concepts.
Well, that's what Back to the Future, the writers, proved that can work.
Yeah.
You can just slide that through, and no one in Hollywood's gonna catch that.
A big inspiration for the Family Guy writers.
Yeah.
Okay, good episode.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.